Hey, 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 everybody, it's Maymoney back again. Oh my freaking God. We definitely need to talk about this crazy episode of The 100. I'm still like, what the fuck? We're going to talk about season 4, episode 5, entitled The Tinder Box. And I'm so excited to get into it that my reaction video is uploading now, and I'm recording this while it's exporting. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Wow. Okay, so this episode was crazy. Overall, I loved it. I was all here for this episode. It did everything that I wanted. It just delivered in so many ways. And the thing I loved about it, it's so unpredictable. My friend, if you see in my reaction, she's like, you can hear her voice kind of reacting with me, but she's not on camera. And she asked me before the episode started, like, what my predictions were going to be for it. And I had no freaking clue. One second. Hopefully that lighting's a little better. I don't know, it was a little dark for my taste. But, so, she was asking me my predictions for what we were gonna see in this episode, and I found myself thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't really know. Even for the past episodes, I found it hard to predict what's gonna happen next, and that's why I really love about this show is it really just keeps you on your toes the entire time, and you don't know how it's gonna go down. So, and there's just so much tension. Like, I really was just like, oh my God, like somebody's gonna die. I thought somebody was like really gonna die in this episode that we love, but luckily we're still okay for now. But the tension in this episode was driving me nuts, and everybody was just all fucked up and in horrible shape. Octavia getting blown up and stabbed and falling off of cliffs, Raven having seizures and shit. So I'm just like, wow, can they just bring it back a notch? Because I don't think my heart can handle all of this craziness. Wow, wild, right? Just wild episode. Okay, but let's get into a little bit of the recap for this, shall we? So I'm gonna start talking about look at my notes this time. I did so well. We're gonna talk about Raven, Abby, and Jackson. Actually, before we get into it, can I just say that I was watching some reviews, like some reviews like last night, and what I don't want to do to you guys while you're watching this is ruin this amazing episode for you. Like, I want to talk about it. I want to make sure that I'm, knowledgeable and like at least know the names of the characters. I know the themes. I know the story that they're trying to tell. I'm trying to like pay attention for you guys so we can really like talk about it, because I don't know, some of the reviews I was watching, I'm like you're not really a fan of this show, and it's just like, it kind of ruins it, and I don't want to be that way for you guys. Like, I want to actually talk about it. Like, when I go watch reviews, it's because I'm so excited, and I want to see what everybody thought, and it really just lets me down to see, like, people not knowing the names of the characters, not knowing what happened in, like, 2 episodes ago, and just, like, making up random predictions that make no fucking sense and really can't even analyze and critically think about the fucking story. Like, yeah, we're all here to have fun at the same time, but like, it's not fun if you're like going and watching a review and all they're doing is joking and like just dumb shit. So I hope I'm not that way for you guys. Like, I would like to give better quality discussions about what the fuck is going on in our favorite show. I feel like that's just simple, regular way of life. Anyway, let's get into it though. Okay, so we got Raven, Abby, and Jackson. They're in Allie's bunker kind of lab area, and I noticed this before. And they're still trying to figure out the Nightblood and how to work it out. They're getting frustrated. Nothing's really happening. And Raven is downstairs kind of like tripping out. And I noticed this in the last episode, but I thought personally I was tripping. Like, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just noticing things with my eyes or seeing something. But apparently I was right. Like, she was having head aches and all this type of weird symptoms. And that showed because, like, the first minute in, she's seizing, which was just, like, scaring the fuck out of me. but she was okay. Luckily, she was with Abby and Jackson, the two people you want to have a seizure around. And after she wakes up, we hear that Allie and Becca have kind of like upgraded Raven's brain because of the way that the chip was removed from her, or the way that she was freed from the influence of the chip. So, well, that's good to know. But also it's like wearing on her health. And the same is happening with Abby, I think. Like, do you guys think that Abby, because she seemed to be tripping out when she saw Clark, she seemed to be kind of going through the same hallucination kind of stuff, but they didn't really elaborate if it was just like a bad dream or if she's really like tripping out. So maybe we'll see more of that next episode. But yeah, so I want to know, like, how do you think that Raven and Abby like are gonna be able, because they're very important to the whole like situation that they're in, but they're also like having poor health right now. So I'm kind of worried about if they're even gonna be able to make it through to be able to help people, because this show is all about giving you a little bit of hope and taking it all away, as we've seen in the first 5 episodes. All it's been is them trying something and it not working. I don't know. So, and then Raven, like, since she has some of like Allie or Becca's memories or whatever, she finds like this rocket ship, and it seems like they trying to get the fuck out of there and go up to space to see if they can make the Nightblood, because they need a zero G environment. So that's pretty much what happened there. And my question is, will Raven and Abby be able to figure out a way to cure themselves and help everybody else? Or like, what's gonna happen there? Do you think Raven's gonna die? Do you think Abby's gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen with them? Because I'm really curious. But let's get on to the next part of the episode, because that was just the basis of that part. Pretty simple, straightforward. We have the Asgata war front and the whole like Clark Rowan negotiation thing that went down. So luckily Octavia made it in time with the help of Ilion to get to Arcadia to warn them that Asgata was coming, and we're gonna come and just straight up murk them and take the arc from them to survive. Cheers, guys. Leftover Jack Daniels from my reaction video. But yeah. So then she gets in, then Clark is able to set up like a trap pretty much for the Ice Nation, and wants to negotiate something with Rowan. And I do like Rowan. He is reasonable, you know? He seems like a very good leader to me. Like, he's all for his people. He does everything for his people. They don't have a commander. He's trying his best to keep everybody at peace for now until they can figure something out. He knows the bigger picture, that they're all gonna die. And he was patient, and I get that he was like, well, like, Clark lied. I'm getting frustrated. It's time to like start making moves. So I'm glad that he's still reasonable enough to be like, all right, 10 minutes. What the fuck you got to say now? So at least he was able to do that. And then we got freaking this fool Riley. First of all, who the fuck is this Riley character? Why do we care about him? I don't care about him. Do you guys? Because he just seems like a nuisance to me. He started losing it because his ass was like, why did they bring him in the first place? Like, what? Leave him at home. He is clearly have some issues with Ice Nation and with all types of grounders. We can see he kind of has that Pike mentality, which, I mean, it's understandable, but you don't bring somebody like that to a hostile situation. So that was just dumb. And clearly they saw that mistake, because we saw what happened. He goes and tries to take out Rowan, and I'm like, good thing you have that sniper, because hand-to-hand combat, your ass would have been torn apart. Your neck would have just been snapped and it would have just been done. But Bellamy, so I love the part where they take the cloth over his head, and like he's just like crying in the fucking cloth the whole time, the whole trip, and just like really just like beaten in. And then he just looks over at Clark, and it's just kind of like he's not sure if the last thing he's gonna see, this is the second time where it's like the last thing he wants to see before he dies is Clark. And I just love their relationship. I mean, and just those little moments are like so important to like pick out and notice. And that's why I didn't like some of the other reviews that I was watching, because it's like, wow, they put in this detail clearly for, you know, a reason, and then people don't even notice it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I be smoking Halloween when I watch this, and I still catch the details. It's just like, you know, details are there. Like, if you're gonna watch a story, if you're gonna read a book, you don't just scan over it and miss all the important stuff. You like you pay attention and you analyze it and you get into the story. I don't get it. But yeah, so I just love that moment where he's just looking over at Clark, and Clark just looks so worried, and it's just amazing. I love their relationship. Friends, platonically, all of it is just beautiful to me. And of course they have a little bit of a romantic relationship, because she's been tripping about where Bellamy was at for the past 2 episodes. Anyway, but yeah, so Bellamy and Echo, that bitch, they go try to find Riley, and they have like a really interesting dialogue that I liked, where she was like, war makes murderers of us all, and then he kind of like reiterates that to Riley to try to get him to stand down from killing Roan, and just kind of like acting on anger and hate and revenge. Luckily Bellamy was able to get through to him. Everything kind of was okay for that moment. I really liked that. If anybody should be talking to Riley, like, they're kind of similar in that regard, which I enjoyed to watch. Still very tense, because I was like, well, you know, this show kind of crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Rowan got sniped right then and there, but he is okay. But it was just kind of crazy. So Bellamy convinces him to stand down, and we're all good for now. And they meet back up with Rowan and Clark, and then we're all meeting up. We're all like, nobody's dead now. And then all of a sudden, back at Arcadia, Ilian is sleuthing around trying to destroy Tech. And Octavia, you know, was like, she was like, or whatever, what's her face? Nyla? She was like, oh, this dude from Trishana Crew, is that how you say it? Helped rescue you. And then Octavia was like, oh fuck, we gotta find this motherfucker. He crazy. He gonna try to destroy the whole ship because he has a thing against Tech, which is completely understandable, but bruh, you need to chill. Have some fucking chill, because you really just fucked up the whole game. My God. So he lights the freaking Ark on fire, and I was like completely taken aback by this shit. I was just like, really? They just burned down the fucking Ark? Like, what are they gonna do now? Like, I'm just like, wow. I don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen now. The whole Ark is just in flames. Everybody just outside watching. Ugh, and I love the moment when they're like, Bellamy, he's like, I have to find Octavia to Clark. Clark points him out, or her out, and he just runs to her, carries her, and then they just embrace, and it's just such a beautiful moment. Oh, choked me up a little bit. And then like Clark runs over, and they're just all sitting there, and everybody's just sitting there watching. Everything just burn. All the work that they put in just burned to the ground, and their home, pretty much the last bit of their home, is just completely destroyed. And it was just kind of like sad to see, and really just burned all of their hope. And so I'm just like, what the fuck's gonna happen next? I just really love that moment. It was like a little family reunion, or a family moment between the Blake siblings and, you know, Clark, who cares so much about Octavia and Bellamy. I just love it. Like, Clark and Octavia are sisters, and Bellamy and Clark are a little bit more than brother and sister, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I just loved that moment, but also I was like, whoa, they really went there. And so that's what I'm bringing back to the predictions. Definitely did not predict that shit. Like, this show is so unpredictable. They really will go left, like, and you'll just be like, whoa, what the fuck? And from the trailer that I saw in the next episode, I still really can't, I don't really know what they're trying to do. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait to see on the 15th, just so you guys don't know, if you didn't know, that next week there's not going to be an episode. It's the week after on the 15th. So I'm not sure why it's just a week, but it's not that bad. I'm not going to complain. Like, a week is fine. It's better than 2 months like The Walking Dead be doing, even though they'll probably do that later too. But anyway, but I just loved that. So I just want to talk about a couple of questions that I have for you guys that we can talk about in the comment box below. And I also want to talk about a couple of predictions, or lack thereof. But yeah, so my question for you, what will they do to survive now? Like, what the fuck? What are they going to do? Do you think that rocket ship going to help them out? Do you think maybe that bunker that Murphy was in will help them? It don't seem like that was big enough for anybody either. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do, you guys? What the fuck are they gonna do? Somebody please give me some glimmer of hope for these motherfuckers. So, and what will Abby and Raven be able to, like, make it out in time, or be able to even, like, because they have poor health right now, like, will they be able to help people in time and be able to survive, save themselves and save everybody else? Or are they just going to keel over and die like the Ark did before we can even get anything out of them? That would suck. Just let me know what's up. What do you guys think about Raven and Abby? I don't know why it's so hard to say that. Jeez. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that whole situation. As one of our main characters is going to die, and who do you guys think it will be? I'm pretty sure somebody's going to go down in this. And I'm not sure who, and I don't want it to be anybody. I want everybody to live. And how will, like, Rowan and, what's-her-face react to the freaking Ark burning down? Like, they made this deal that 50 other people would be able to be on the Ark with, as a backup plan, but now ain't nobody got no backup plan. So do you think they're gonna, like, start a war again, or do you think they're gonna, like, be like, all right, we're all fucked, let's just put our differences aside and try to figure something out together? Which seems to be a theme. Like, together seems to be a theme in this entire show. So what do you think, Rowan and Echo and that whole, the Asgada Nation, are they going to bring in another crew? Because there's 13 clans. Like, what happened to all the other clans? Like, just, what do you think is going to happen? Hopefully no more war. Like, do you guys think they're going to continue fighting? Or are they just going to be like, all right, fuck it. We see that y'all ain't got nothing, you know, let's try to figure something out together. As for predictions, for me, it say right here, no predictions. Because I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I really have no clue. This show has me completely just, like, blind decided by everything that they do. I have no clue what's gonna happen next. Let me know what you guys think, for sure. Throw some ideas at me, because it would just make me feel a little bit better, because I really feel like I'm in the dark. They do such a good job at that, but it's kind of unnerving, but also exciting. So let me know what you guys think. What are they doing with the hydrogen tanks in the trailer, or whatever, hydrazine? And yeah, let's just talk about it, since we have like 2 weeks before we get back into it. Like, let's talk about it a lot, and keep ourselves entertained and keep ourselves active while we're waiting for the show to come back. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about this episode. I really wanted to do this recording as soon as possible, because I was just so excited about how everything went in this episode that I just, like, couldn't wait. 91% on my reaction, by the way. But yeah, comment down below, like this video if you liked it, check out my reaction, subscribe to my channel. That would really be great. I really love talking to you guys, and I appreciate everything. Every time you guys come down and comment and talk to me. And yeah, follow me on other forms of social media. I'll be chilling, going out. If you want to see a little bit about Oakland, I'm always like, well, I'm from Oakland, born and raised, so you guys get to see a little bit of what goes on in the town in California. So that's cool. And yeah, and like, I'm a cool person. Like, you can always hit me up. I'm chill as fuck. So let's be friends. And I will definitely see you this Sunday for The Walking Dead. This new episode. I'll probably record. Yeah, my job. I just got a new job, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to work Sunday night?" Hell no. Sorry. I got shit to do. Can't you see my watch? Can't you see my watch? Sunday unavailable. So yeah, I will be seeing you guys on Sunday on time. I'm not working Sunday night. If they have a problem with it, then they just gonna have to have a problem with it. Yes. So I will see you guys very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. And I will see you so soon. Thank you so much for you guys being great. And let me know what you guys think about the quality of my videos also, because I really wasn't feeling a couple of reviews that I saw on this amazing episode of The 100, or personally to me. So let me know if there's anything I could do to improve or whatever, all that good shit. Comment down below. Don't leave me hanging. And I will see you guys very soon. Later.